Hey, it's Wednesday, January 25th, 2012. This month's really been burning up quick. I bet you can't guess what I'm going to try to do today, can you? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do is try to get that welder going to get that bumper going. I've just been up on YouTube watching other people's videos, and there's people in worse shape than I am, so I can see what's possible. Anyway, you just got to keep on pushing until you make it or break it, really. I never thought it would be this hard to pull out of the muck. It's like almost impossible to get a job. Transportation, little things. When you go broke, little things become so major that it's surreal. Like, for example, you don't have money for milk, and you're addicted to caffeine. Your coffee's low or something. I mean, it really hammers you good. Even struggle to survival for food. You can live pretty cheap on food, but you don't get the nourishment you need, really. And if you have any assets, which I do, I have a personal property tax on several vehicles I'm trying to get to fix to sell. And there's personal property tax, and owning the assets keeps you from even getting any public help, because what they want to do is funnel you into some kind of a system that's akin to communism, really. You get caught in an even worse rut than I'm in right now by going down that road. So I haven't been, except for hitting the food bank every now and then. But really, the food bank costs more gas to get to than the food you can get out of it, and half the crop's moldy up there in Verona. I've been there a couple times. And what you do is, once you go down that road that far, you burn bridges to ever get out of it. So that's what I'm trying to avoid. The social liberals are trying to get society to that point to where everybody's dependent on handouts and government and whatnot. And once we get to that point, we might as well kiss democracy and freedom goodbye, because they'll never be able. Who else is going to bring it back? I mean, we're the last bastion of democracy in the world. America is. So anyway, I'm getting off on tangents here. Anyway, I'm going to try to get that welder going. I got the electric tape yesterday from Lowe's, and I got a pair of wire cutters, old-fashioned ones, for yesterday as well, if you saw yesterday's video. And I'm going to try to hook up that welder, and I'm just going to be short the mask. In theory, I'll be able to rent a mask pretty cheap from the rental center. I'm sure they've got a mask, and they like making money, so they'll rent anything. So I probably can rent one for about $6, even though they only cost like $36. But I don't know. I may be able to get one. Anyway, that's today's agenda. The same as yesterday's. Well, waiting for George outside of Fast Lane again. He wanted to go out and get cigarettes. I don't smoke, for the record. Him and Mariana smoke a lot. I don't know where else we're gonna go. He has a problem with his cable box. He's telling me it's sunspots. His volume's been off on the cable box for a couple days now. So he's watching TV with no volume, telling me there's a sunspot problem. Oh, we're up at DuPont Bank again. There's George waiting his turn for the drive up, but he's walking. He didn't want to go inside or anything. Same old stuff. I love the view from this bank. It's pretty cool. But you see all that land, and you wonder how come it's so hard to get your own little sliver of land. It's crazy. Anyway, that's Walmart down there. Actually, it's down there, and Lowe's. And there's George at the drive up. You know, it's weird. Why would a bank need a dumpster that size? That's weird. Well, now we're at Community Bank. I don't know what he's doing exactly. I don't know what he's doing at Community Bank, though. There's Five Guys across the street. That's a good hamburger place. They got really good hamburgers, but they're like expensive. They have places, a lot of places out east of here in the airports. I ate at that one of the Five Guys at Dulles Airport in Washington. Well, it's actually in Virginia, but it's outside of D.C. They are good. Oh, Lowe's came through again. They marked down this Welder helmet to $22.97. I guess it's normally $30 something, $32.97, because it has some scratches on the plastic cover here, but it's pretty good. Nice wide Welder helmet, so no excuse now. I'm going to get that welder going. Most of the welders beat, and get that trailer hitch welded, and then it's just a matter of gas money. Then I can shoot down to Florida. I don't know about the right rear tire, but I think the rest of the truck will make it to Florida and back. I'm putting that many miles on here anyway. Well, it's still waiting out here. I don't know what's taking them so long. It's been in there about 15-20 minutes. I guess I'll walk in there in a minute if you don't come out. Okay, those other paint cans are still missing. I did find a third one. Hopefully this one won't blow up on me. So I'm going to try to, this should be enough to finish this bumper if I'm done with it. Okay, well there's a good first coat. I don't think I missed anything. I'll let that set up for half hour or so, and I'll do the next coat. Okay, back to this project now. I should have really a thicker gauge wire than this. This will suffice for now. I'll just have to keep an eye on it. For this project, after this project, I'll pull this apart probably and replace this wire with a thicker wire. Okay, there we have it. There's no screwdriver, so I did it with a penny. It wasn't really a good thing for the penny. Cut my finger all up and I got blood all over the place. I need to get wire staples. I need to get a Romex connector to go into the box. Okay, I gotta get a screwdriver to put this cap on. Okay, George had a little jeweler's screwdriver, so I was able to get this cap on. So there we have it. Now I just gotta bend this wire the way it's gotta go and get a Romex connector for the side, like these. Well, actually, like this one, this bigger one. Yeah, a little redneck innovation. I built up the outside of the end of this wire with electric tape, a lot of electric tape. That way it'll fit in this hole that's too big on this plug. It's designed for a heavier wire, but this is all that this welder takes, just a little buzz box. It's weird, when I tightened it, it actually pushed it out like a cone. But I got it, it's sealed now anyway, so this wire will be sealed in pretty good. So I just gotta connect these. Okay, I have all these trimmed to size. You don't want a lot of straggly wires in there. So they'll just fit inside where you can see the set screw. And I'm noticing this one's frayed a tad, so I'm gonna wrap that with electric tape as well. That's all taped up. It always pays to use good electric tape. I use 3M88 tape for 99% of what I'm doing. It's expensive, but I never have problems with it. Okay, the insulation looks pretty good on this white one. On 110, the white one would be common, and it would normally end up where, same place where the ground ends up. But on 220, both of these are hot, but you still wire them the same way as the common. The little one, that's always black. The big one is always white, and then the round one there, that's ground. You can see here how I pulled these wires back around so that they're their own entity. You want the wires as far away from the other wires as possible, but you don't want them like against things like this, just in case heat causes melting and it causes things to be electrocuted. You want everything away from everything else. Everything should be its own modular entity. Now I'll do the ground one. That also, not that the insulation matters as much with ground, you do it anyway, because you never know where, in an emergency, where the electricity is going to go. So this has good insulation, so I'm not going to need to tape this one as well. I had to double strip this and then double this back over to get this thicker. For some reason that clamp is different than these other two clamps. These ones came down tight on the wire, and for some reason this one didn't, so I had to fill it in. Double stripping back the ground wire made me lose a little bit of the wire length, but I had enough to come in through this other side. Otherwise I normally would have looped it around the top. But it's looking good, so I'm going to put it together. Luckily it uses Phillips because I don't have a screwdriver. Okay, that's that. You can see it's tight there. I'm going to wrap the heck out of the bottom part of this with electric tape as well. But everything else is tight. Okay, there you have it. Remember, it's built for functionality. It's a work machine. It's not Better Homes and Gardens. And you gotta use what's available and what's safe. Anyway, this is ready, this machine. All we gotta do is take the breaker out of the other box, the dryer breaker, the 50 amp breaker. And I'll move it to the other box. Reconnect. I missed a couple spots on this, so I'm just touching it up. I'm going to head down to Lowe's and get a screwdriver, wire staples, and a Romex clamp. Okay, I got 2 screwdrivers out of the storage unit, so I don't have to buy those. I head back to Lowe's now and get the rest of the stuff. I'm going to go to the Augusta Cooperative Farm Bureau, which is kind of like an agway. It's in Pennsylvania, they have Agways. It's a farm supply. They get everything. I need a punch. Well, back on the way home again. Okay. Starting to get dark. This is a little tacky yet. I guess it's too chilly to really set up quickly. Still got some rust flaking. Anyway, I'm going to just leave this inside. I'll scrape some of this off and hit that again, but I'll paint it black tomorrow. Okay, here we go, back to this project. This whole side is dead because I'm not going to assume it's dead by touching anything, but this is for the upstairs. This breaker here is actually for a dryer hookup that hasn't been used in a long time. Boy, this electric's rough. All kind of animals been living in here. Spiders, everything else. And I'm going to pull out this breaker and tape up the wires. Incredibly, it's using steel wires, which I don't even think is legal anymore. It's not steel. It's even worse. It's aluminum wires. Jeez. I swear to God, this whole line's got to be replaced. That's not even safe. Okay, I snipped off the end so that it's even with that. I'll show you how to do this. Step 1, you drape it over like that so that the end of it is, you're going to do this several times. And then you're going to, anyway, that's the end result. I overwrapped the top like 3 times. I didn't cap it. This is actually a dead line, but you can't assume that somebody's not going to back feed it. That's why you have to do it that way. If somebody hooks it up from the other end, then this becomes live, so you have to make sure that any time there's bare metal, you cap it or secure it like this. Okay, I taped off both the same way, and I tied them together with just one little piece of tape here, just so that you know that they go together. And I'm not sure how this one works. You gotta always watch here. I'm going to have to use 2. Well, this makes no sense. Usually they just flip up backwards. But apparently this is an out-of-business company that makes this stuff. There's a little hook on the top. And apparently this is set so it goes one way and locks in. And that's it. I don't know how the hell you're supposed to get these out. I'm going to have to go look this up on the internet. There must be some kind of a trick to this. Well, that wraps up today. It was fairly productive, but I didn't really get anything completed. The problem with the breaker box, I don't know if maybe the breaker is from flaws in the breaker box. The Federal Pacific breaker boxes are actually considered hazardous. Maybe the breaker is welded onto the contacts, and that's why I can't pull it off. It's kind of really weird. I never had a problem pulling a breaker out before, of any kind of box. I guess I'll try again tomorrow. I don't want to break it though. If I can't get that breaker out, I'm going to have to get another breaker that'll fit in the box. And they don't sell them. I'm going to have to get them on eBay. I guess I'm going to get this welder going. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. You all have a good night.